There we go. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to a Tuesday afternoon live stream. Mr. Cuts is here with me today. How are you, Mr. Cuts?
Surprisingly free to play Minecraft.
Hey. Well, I am glad you are here to help us get some more progress on things in general. I hope everybody's doing good. I think we have somebody else lurking in the background. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. A lone cat has wandered into the audio channel. Hi, Morby. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing, sirs?
I'm better now that the server's rebooted. You know the server is bad when the TPS command times out. So, yeah.
Yeah, that needs a little bit of attention, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. We got a whole bunch of people in the audio, in the chat room. We've got Dragon Racer's here, Sin Eyes is here, Mr. Trilby, Van Anderson. Am I missing people? Probably. And Greater C and Paul Haydock are here also, I think. Cool. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. I am. The test server, the Beginner's Chance test server, has updated to version 1.1 of the pack as of this afternoon. And we're already finding bugs. Hooray! But that's the way it's supposed to be. So, let's gonna go ahead and swap on over. Game footage here. Greylock's watching on Twitch side. Actually, he's on both sides. I hope he's got one of the audio. Oh, the audio from one of those muted. Otherwise, it's gonna be weird. Let's see. I'm gonna go over here. I think I was messing with Botania. What is going on? Okay, that's weird. Are these? Go get my wand real quick. Wherever it is. That's full. That's full. That's full. I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like the water in the mana pools for Botania is pulsing. Like it's strobing slowly.
It kind of has a wave that goes across it.
I've never noticed it before, but it's pretty obvious now.
Actually, that's a thing. Does it even have a wave now? Does it just change colour because of the way that rendering has changed? No, it just changes colour. Okay, it used to have a kind of wave that went across it diagonally, and that was a shader. But I guess with the way the graphics have changed, it's just been changed to an animated texture now.
Strange. Very strange. Almost nighttime. I'm going to go sleep real quick. Excuse me. Quick sneeze. Let's see. Yeah, Mr. Trilby says, yeah, it's pulsing. Yeah, very, very strange. I hope everybody's doing really, really good today. I'm straining to try and remember what we were actually working on last when we were on the server on Thursday. I think we were... it's still broken. I think we were actually working on mana. I remember making the Munchdew. And I think I was going to work on automating toast. And didn't get anywhere.
You were working on automating toast sandwiches and the stuffed eggplant.
Yeah, I haven't moved to the stuffed eggplant yet. I'm thinking about clearing more of this little forest area right here and flattening the ground out some. And maybe doing a little farm, like, I don't know. Maybe just a 9x9 of eggplant and garlic. What, where?
A Dora barn. It's small and cute and okay.
I think all our mana reserves are actually topped out. I think.
I mean, you could always join us, build.
That is true. You can step on if you want to. You know, is tack a nice dock to fish off of on the back of the actual house here. Maybe put a fishing shack on it. Okay.
Okay, I still have all the Dreamwood on.
If memory serves, I was going to put a sag mill here and do on-demand grinding of wheat, I think. Do I have a slot for wheat up here on the racks? I don't think I do. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. I've got some. Let me go get the wheat that's out here and put it back in the system. Whee! For now, I don't need this on me. I'm going to put it right there. Got some wheat there. Words. Okay. Yeah, I really should automate a wheat farm, but I have not done so as of yet. I should probably automate a lot of the farms we have here, which does make me wonder. Nope. Okay. Oh well. The farming solutions we have. It's either... Well, it's not true. We don't have two, we have three. It's either forestry, Ender IO, or farming turtle. And I don't know how to use a farming turtle.
Could you not do a farming solution with Botania?
I don't know how. That might be an interesting task. Let me see.
Because I know you can automate just about anything with Botania and vanilla, so you wouldn't even need any other mods, but you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the vanilla farming solution is letting villagers at it.
We have discovered that the villagers are less than cooperative on that front, at least I have. And it takes a lot of contingencies where you have to have one villager that's wandering around doing farming. You also have to have another villager that is set up in a stationary position. You have to keep their inventory full. They have to be standing on top of a hopper. It's not quite as simple as...
But yeah, with Botania farming, it would be probably some kind of bore lens on a mana pulse to harvest the wheat, and then ran a carpet shenanigans to replant.
Bore lens is going to be straight line single row, yes?
Yeah, so it would take several of them, but yeah, that to do it, because that's the way I've done sugar cane farms in the past.
Let's see, Exoflame, no.
Also, you should look into those the dolls, because they can use items that might be more useful. It depends. There might be ones that are for things like that. We'll have to see.
Botania has changed since you last used this instance. Whatever. Okay. Let's see. The hazy dream will, by utilizing mana, make feelings of anger and revenge awaken nearby mobs. Ooh. Okay, we could make a mob farm and pit things against each other. That could be humorous. There's a flower that feeds animals. Nope. What I don't know about Botania could probably fill a library. Transporting items long distance can be arduous task. Water channels and daffodils won't cut it forever. The spectranthemum at the cost of mana wraps the fabric of reality of any dropped items, probably should be warps, that do not contain mana around it. Oh, maybe. Teleporting them somewhere else in the world. After teleporting once, another of these flowers can't be used on the same item. Okay. In order to specify where the item goes, you have to bind it with a wand of the forest. This will only work within 12 blocks. Meh. I'm changing soundtracks. That's very sleepy.
To be fair, at that point, you might as well use a hopper hop.
Right.
Unless you need it specifically moving things rather than gathering them.
Well, I mean, picking up is the easy part. We could do hopper hawks. We could actually do vacuum chests. There's magic solutions and tech solutions for all of that. We've got ways to make the crops grow faster. It is the picking and replanting that I am at a bit of a loss on.
I mean, I know I've used Ranacarpus in the past for tree farms, replanting tree farms. Essentially, like, I would use podzol or whatever. So basically, I put the Ranacarpus on a piece of podzol, and then I had a piece of podzol underneath the block that I wanted to plant the new sapling on. And I believe it would work the same if you had, like, the same setup just underneath a piece of farmland with the wheat seeds.
I would love to have the Munchdew actually... No, not the Munchdew. The Munchdew is the one that actually... Hang on.
Munchdew numbs leaf blocks.
Right. I made... Not the Munchdew. I made the Gormarillas. That's right. Okay. So, I would love to actually... You could do Munchdew for leaves... I don't think an exoflame will actually burn a placed log. Never tested that.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, it spawned out. No, I don't think it'll touch placed blocks. I think it has to be a dropped block.
Yeah, they have to be in the world, which again is annoying.
Yep, so... The eternal problem, okay, we have a way, if we use the Ranacarpus, we could actually do a tree farm that replants the saplings. The Munchdew could eat the leaves. The problem becomes the wood. We don't have fast leaf decay, so we could have something that's just constantly chopping the wood down. Oh, that's one thing I didn't actually experiment with. I need to make a Munchdew. That's one thing I want to do, actually. Generating. There we go. Rune of Gluttony. What the heck is that? Let's go look. Fire and winter. I'm out of fire. What's winter? A cake? Really? Oh, God. Okay. Do we have... Nope, no cooking for blockheads. I always forget what's in this pack because I'm doing 2 different packs now. Okay. I'm gonna need a cow. Let's go back and get ourselves a golden lasso and head back to the old world.
Time to tank the TPS.
Time to tank the what?
TPS. I'm generating new chunks.
Oh, thank you. Why are you doing that?
Need more skystone.
For AE stuff?
Yes.
Oh, God. Oh, the humanity. Let's see. Jeez, oh, Pete. It is unbearable. 27. Whoop, it's going back up a little bit. Nope, it's going down. Okay. I might have to come out there with you. I need a cow. And that doesn't look like it's going to be happening over here. Hey, Master Blaster, what's going on? Hello, Dallas Snap. Set up Enderman fights and bet diamonds on the fight, says Mr. Trilby. That could actually be cool. Yeah, farming came from... Say what?
An island. It's wasteland, and that's it.
What, out that direction?
I found an island, but the island is wasteland, like literally the wasteland biome with horrible green water and stuff.
Oh, gross. Yeah, we don't have... This is ForgeCraft... this is not ForgeCraft 2, it's ForgeCraft 1. Despite the state of denial that Mr. Direwolf 20 is in, this is actually the ForgeCraft 1 server. Thankfully, I don't have to get corrected anymore because he stopped playing on here. I miss him, but it's still the fact that it's the ForgeCraft 1 server.
The house looks fantastic, as always, by the way.
Oh, the chateau?
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Cutts did a great job on that thing. Well,
Never did do interior, really. In the end.
we have interior. It's called clutter. You see a cow.
Yep, occasional boxes here and there full of bits.
Machine here, machine there, a little bit of cabling.
Sounds like our house.
Not too far off, honestly. Whee! Okay, back to the chateau.
Well, I found a desert. Will it have...
Yeah, Dyer is playing his... Dyer's playing his pack, and he's doing Sky Exchange with Soren, I believe. Sky Factory, something, I don't know.
It sounds like the next version of Sky Factory is doing the testing thing, yeah.
Hey, Kiro, what's going on?
Oh, poo, I've ended up hitting a place where I've been before.
We have basically moved into the chateau. I mean, it's usable. We are not necessarily using all of it, or at least as much of it as we should, but let's see. I'm gonna do...
Oh, there's one. Gotcha.
Really? No hoppers? Okay. Fine. I'll teach you. I'll learn ya. Or not. Yeah, hopper. And I need some fencing. I'm gonna need more fencing. I can almost guarantee it right now. Unless I just go find a cozy corner for this. How much of this room is getting used? Not much, hey. Let's do... About to say, I did put a cow down. Whee! Now I need to get... looking for some blocks that I can use to raise up a little platform. Hi. Oh. Let's do that. Okay. Awesome. There's a method to my madness. Oh, actually, no, there's not. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what is going on with Mr. Wolf 20, but I do know that he made a indication that he probably wasn't going to be playing on ForgeCraft much anymore, and that's fine. He says he has reached his limits. Okay. Now I'm gonna make a nice, whoops, wrong grid. One of those. Put those back.
I think Dallas is asking what the difference between ForgeCraft 1 and ForgeCraft 2 is.
Oh, there is no ForgeCraft 2 right now. That's the difference. It doesn't exist. Basically, as it stands right now, I hope this nets me a chicken. I really do. One chicken? Wee little chickadee? Not a single chicken. Okay. Well, I saw one out there. I'll have to go get it. ForgeCraft 1 and ForgeCraft 2 at different points in time have been run in parallel with different pack versions. Now, way back in the day, it used to be that one had a quicker reset cycle than the t'other. But that's,
yeah, it was something like ForgeCraft 2 would reset every, 60, 90 days, something like that. And,
yeah.
And then ForgeCraft 1 would reset when it needed to.
Yeah, and this is a subject much better left to the likes of, to be answered by the likes of Cuts or Morby, because when I showed up, they had 2 servers up. They took both down and reset one, and the second one has never come back since. So, for my entire existence, I have been on ForgeCraft 2. ForgeCraft 2 was the one that got reset, and ForgeCraft 1 kind of hit obsolescence. We weren't running 2 packs because people weren't getting... What was it? People were getting bored too quickly. They were progressing through it too quick because they're all speed players.
Well, yeah, in the beginning, it was just a whole bunch of people playing together and testing the mods that they were, because 90% of the people on ForgeCraft are mod developers. And then as time went on, more people started joining, and the power players kind of came on just to be power players and not necessarily test, but just to get through really fast with the new stuff. And that kind of pushed out a lot of the testing people. That kind of pushed out a lot of the progressing slower people, because we'd have ForgeCraft up and 2 weeks later the server was nigh unplayable because of what the power gamers did. Also, a lot of the mod developers who were on the server at the time started moving on, either doing other things with life and not modding anymore, or just kind of falling out of contact. And while a lot of the folks on the server for a long time have been mod developers and related to mod development in some way, shape, or form, it's really always just meant to be a server of friends, really.
Yeah.
So we've gone away from the multiple server model just because there hasn't been so much demand.
I would like to point out the texture for milk in a bucket is broken.
Yes.
I think.
Oh yes, that is very broken.
I think that's hilarious. Anyway, yeah, basically, by the time that I started doing the ForgeCraft thing, it was at the very tail end of a lot of power players still in ForgeCraft. Now, quite a few of those power players are either busy, have hit burnout, or, they are on the FTB1 server now. FTB1 is a lot of power players. Slowpoke invited me and Purple Mentat over there, and we basically got our heads spun and we left because we couldn't keep up with them. They were resetting too quickly for our play speed, so it just didn't work.
Yeah, I couldn't play on the fast reset server either.
Okay, I need a cake, a vanilla cake, and I'm gonna need more buckets. Buckets. Let's get that. Awesome. Let's go get more broken milk from this poor cow. We have a cow in the house, by the way, Cuts.
Okay. Do we have anything in here at the moment that was like the old ender pouches were?
No. Actually, that's not true. We have the remote storage system from RF Tools and the tablet. That's it.
So far away that would eat power.
Yeah, it needs power. That's one of the things that I desperately miss about this is where I get to shamelessly plug my own pack. Beggar's Chance Season 1.1 Beta is up on Curse, and we actually have ender tanks and ender chests. Oh gosh, do I miss them already. I was using them this past weekend, and I come here, and we don't have them anymore. So it's like...
I'm mainly concerned because my bag's filling up, and I'm about halfway through this meteor, and it's like, I really could use some way of sending this stuff home.
Yeah. Okay, I was doing... One of these things. Okay, next thing. We've got wool somewhere, I think. I know I keep some shears around. I can get more. I know we got string. That's easy. I can make wool. Rune of water and rune of earth. Got a water. I've got an earth. I need a cake. Let's go get the wool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make the wool. Morby struggles to complete a build on the longest reset servers. It can take months, if not longer, for Morby to complete an awesome build, says Mr. Trilby.
It is definitely true. I'm actually in the process right now of attempting to decide what I want to build next. And after that, then I'm going to start figuring out what pack I want to do it with.
Yeah. I can sympathize. Now I need to find the sheep that I just saw a few minutes ago again, and I'm never going to be able to find him again. Here, sheepy. There's a chicken. Free egg. I see cows, pigs, creepers. I also see nighttime. There's a sheep. Beeline for the sheep. Where'd you go? Whoop! Creeper. I'm looking for the sheep, but I'm not seeing it. Is it stuck in the... Is it a treed sheep again? Psst, come here.
No, I've run out of bag space.
Time to come back home. Yep.
But I only have 8 stacks of skystone.
Why do you need that stuff?
Building.
Are you really going to build something with that hideous mess of skystone? Yep, I
I'm
said
gonna
it.
smelt it first. The actual the skystone blocks are nice. The skystone itself's pretty ugly.
Wouldn't go that far.
Why? It's like smooth stone with little tiny speckles of color.
You lost me. Would be more awesome if there was a hotkey to access it. What? You have ender bags built into the player interface. You cheat, and yes, in VC4 I do. But that ender chest does not go to anything. It's basically just a backpack that you cannot automate. That's all that is. That's one of the reasons why I turned it on. If you want automation from a remote inventory, like something that you can open up and mine, and then you put your ore into that bag and it gets pulled off to your base and processed, then you can't do that with that Enderlink bag that's built into your inventory. So it's one of the reasons why I left it on. Dollar Sold Out says, hi, just finished the full ForgeCraft playlist and I'm up to speed. Nice to catch it live. Well, it's also good to know the ForgeCraft auto playlist editions function still works. Okay, so I have some wool of some kind. Snow. Do we have any snow sitting around? No. Do we know any mountains, perchance?
Hang on. Let me find where the house is again. Northwest.
Northwest. Awesome. I'm going to go shovel some snow.
Coordinates roughly 1520 by negative 2450. There's a snowy mountain.
That doesn't sound too far.
Nah, it's like 20 chunks northwest.
Oh, yeah, ice. Yes. This will do nicely. There we go. I can snuggle up Snubble up some show? What? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
Deploy the snuffle.
The snubble. Is that anything like a snuffleupagus?
I don't know, but it sounded to me like deploy the snuggle, but that's something different entirely too, I think.
Yeah, deploy the snuggle. I'm not sure we want to do that on camera. Let's see. Snowballs. Lots of snowballs. Oh, so much. Can I make this into... I think I can make this into... Yep. Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna... I'm going to leave some of this as snowballs, comma, but I am going to keep as much of it as I can in block form. Yeah, there's lots of things that I'm getting spoiled on of DC4, like actually additions. It's amazing, and Mr. Direwolf has it in his pack, and somehow he did not weasel people into adding it onto ForgeCraft 2. One. See, now he's got me doing it. Dang it. Darn that Direwolf. I've been really impressed. Wait, what? I don't want you, Mr. Dirtblock. Sorry, I'll come back for you later, I swear. I've been really impressed.
We have a wireless charger around here.
Yep, we do. Why?
I just ported back and it filled back up. I was like, what?
Yeah, I have a wireless charger built into the floor.
Cool.
I'm wondering if I want to get some blocks of ice while I'm down here. Oh yeah, I don't have a silk touch pick. Nope, is the answer to that question, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say, go back to the chalet. Remember to subscribe. You get a free snoople. Thank you. Yeah, when it comes to on ForgeCraft here on ForgeCraft One, when it comes to the actual like compressing and storing better storing of stuff in your inventory as you pick it up. We do have ForgeCraft backpacks. They will automatically, like there's one for mining. There's one for building. So the building one will pick up dirt blocks, cobblestone blocks, stuff like that. The what? There we go. They have a forestry backpack that's specifically meant for like the lumberjack, quote unquote, which is used for picking up wood, leaves, things of that nature. There's one that is plant life, I think, or something like that. Let's do that. Honestly.
Apparently, Dragon Racer has a Silk Touch Psi spell, and Cuts is always doing something, according to chat.
Cuts is always doing something. Well, yeah, that's what Cuts
Oh,
does.
I'm plotting. Don't mind me.
Yeah, he always does things. I wouldn't keep him around if he didn't do anything. Jeez, people, come on, think about it. I mean, really.
I think it's a matter of Cuts is off doing something versus we know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. What's Cuts doing? It's a secret.
I'm testing solutions right now, like this thing in my hand.
I was about to say that the answer earlier in this series would have been pretties. That's what Cuts is doing.
Player chest. Oh, this is the thing that pulls out of you. You can have it pull stuff out of your inventory automatically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to set down one of those somewhere, hook it up to an item conduit, and then pipe it into the AE system? Or just put
almost.
Or are you going to put external storage? Hey, I don't want this thing.
No, I'm thinking up a way that I might be able to do the in-between part with having it both take and give items, because we have like open computers and stuff, and maybe I could make it listen to chat and give a command to say like take all the skystone home, and it'll pull it out into the system.
Oh.
Or like give me 30 obsidian and it'll put it in my bag.
Heavens to Betsy, that sounds complicated. Okay, I think I have all the stuff I need. I'm going to get out of the house before Cuts blows it all up. Oh yeah, I need a couple of snow blocks. Snow blocks. Yeah.
Wait, hang on a minute.
What? What am I supposed to hang on to, Cuts?
Apparently you were able to look in that. I was expecting it to say you can't access this because, or did you right click on it and it said exactly that?
What, the player inventory?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't touch it because I did not want it to key it to me.
Oh no, it's whoever places it.
Oh.
I think, as far as I know.
Just need one of those. And I need 2 of those. Whoops. That was the right chest. And I need
I was like,
magic wand.
I thought, like, hang on a moment. Has the power sharing stuck? No, it didn't.
No, of course it didn't. Oh, Temma, how I love and hate your mod so. Actually, soon, like next weekish. What? Oh, when is the
when season 4 starts.
Okay, in theory, the first episode of Beggar's Chance season 4 records on Friday night. I am so psyched, so happy. I still have some things to do. We have a voice actress who is going to be voicing the ship's computer. We actually have a couple of different purposes that we're going to need a couple of different actresses for, but that's going into a whole different complication. We have a voice work that needs to be done. I still have an intro that I'm going to be doing for all the guys that they can use on their videos and stuff like that, because a lot of them hate doing that kind of thing. And yeah, in general, it's going to be very, very cool. But no, come back. Thank you. I always get my runes back. I still don't understand that. I think that's broken, but whatever. Okay, let's go back a step. Do I have 1, 2? Let's do that. Got those. I don't need that. And I need a rune of fire, which I've totally forgotten how to do. I got one of them. I need gunpowder, mana powder. There is a mana powder right there. Hey, there's gunpowder right there. I hear you, Mr. Enderman. I'm ignoring you firmly and sternly. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Let's do that. Whoop, that. Hey, it works. So, there's a lot of people that have been talking about the cliffhanger ending from Season 3. Yes, it was a cliffhanger ending. We did that on purpose. We're jerkbags. But how Season 4 starts is technically all there. All the information you need is in the last 30 seconds of the video. That's all I'm going to say. Are you done yet? You're not done yet. Hurry up. The Silk Touch spell, Vade tested it. It collapsed the block and put a light under it. Yeah. I have seen that spell and have used, or I think we had, similar. I just don't remember how to program it. At some point, I'm going to start a thread on the forums. On my forums, under the Minecraft section. I'm just going to do a Psi spell compendium thread so I don't have to keep going back and looking. Because there is a subreddit called the Psi spell compendium. But I'll be darned if I can actually go back and find anything ever. Okay, well that's cooking. I'm going to go sleep. Nappy nappies. You get the runes back since they're just catalysts. Oh, that's on purpose, Wolfon? I thought that was a bug. In older versions of Botania, the runes were consumed. Wow, that's going to cook. Ooh, that's going to take a while. Okay. Yeah, voice actor equals coffee fairy. We technically have multiple voice parts that are being done for season 4. I can't say anything else without giving away major plot points. But like I said, everything you need to know is right there in the last 30 seconds of the season 3 finale. Go watch it again.
Which workbench do you use the most next to the item?
Wait a minute. Who? What?
Next to the storage system, there's a workbench on the left and right. Which one do you use most?
Right, towards the middle of the room.
Okay, I will use that one. Remove the other one and replace it.
What are you going to replace it with?
A forestry work table.
Oh, those are neat. I like those things. Okay. So I have a winter rune and a fire rune. Now I have a gluttony one. I think I need one of those back. Okay, I need gluttony, green, red, lime. I can do that. Green, lime, red. Okay, but I need get one of those. Can't remember where I put the lime flowers. Oh, there's the lime flowers. Okay, so we do this. Got an upset Enderman again. Red, lime. Oh, that's not right. I always forget this. I start putting these things together here, and I'm supposed to put them together over here. Duh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Always do that every single time I get overzealous. There we go. Awesome. Yay, Munchdew. Okay, so mana spreader. That is Dreamwood and Elementium. Oh, we have some Elementium. Do we have any Dreamwood still? We do have some Dreamwood.
Like 2 stacks. I had it on me by accident, so I put it back in there.
You bastard. I mean, thank you. Let's see. Let's put this here. Put that there. Okay. I'm thinking of, honestly, I can put this just like right here. And then we can shift right click, and then I can just kind of like mana spreader's full already. Whoopsie. I don't know if I'm gonna have to make more tablets or, you know what I'm gonna do? There we go. That'll use some. Let's make more. I'm just gonna go bonkers on this. What? There we go. Lots of mana diamonds. Munchdew. Yeah. And that's full again. Oh my god. What is it? It's... Yep, that. Okay, there we go. Goodness gracious, golly gee. Okay, I'm going to do this for the time being. Okay, yeah. So the Munchdew stops munching when it's full on mana. Duh. Floating flowers don't get eaten by lava. No, they don't. That's actually an old thing. That was from the old version of Botania 1.7.10. I like that feature. Scroll up inventory is not a thing. There's a mod that does it now, Vegetasi. But I can't remember what mod it is. Going to have to try the blood magic ritual for lava summoning. It's super useful, especially when it comes to thermal lilies. Oh, yeah. Hang on a sec. I saw that RSEG. me see if it's going to cooperate. Maybe? Okay. Well, you know, working. There it is. Yay, Bacon Vision. Actually, Editions has a lava gen that runs off RF. Uses a lot of power, but it does generate lava. I think that's actually very cool. I think it's a good balance. Hey, Darth Slater, what's going on? Yeah, it's not that efficient. You're better off getting it by hand. But, I mean, it's still a factor. But if you don't want to be that kind of person that drains lava out of the world or whatnot, then good system. Yeah, the Munchdew seems to go in kind of streaks. And then it has to empty out to the mana spreader. Okay, I need to go get some dirt. And I want to make a Hopperhawk next. Make some pools and a mana distributor. I'm using sparks to distribute mana right now. That pool I put down just to have mana go somewhere so I could get the Munchdew to do something. I need a stack of dirt. And if we're going to make a Hopperhawk... Wait a minute. Nope, wrong thing. Let me look it up in here. Da-da-da-da-da. Functional. I think it's under functional, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. Items picked up we'll put in adjacent inventories, e.g. chests, so I could probably get some storage. Oh, that's the other thing that spoils you real quick is the storage crates from Actual Editions. Those are awesome. Hey, George Nass, good to see you. 2 live streams in a row now. So yeah, I thought that there was a mod that I remember seeing on Curse that was mouse scroll wheel functionality specifically, and it worked with JEI for 110, but I can't find it now. I went looking for it last week. So yeah, gray, light gray, and a rune of air, and a redstone rune. I think I have all that. Wait a minute, let me get a chest.
Do you ever think we can charge items in an arbitrary inventory?
Not that I know of. If you're charging items, you could cycle it in and out of a capacitor bank. Let's do that. That there. Yay! Big, nice diamond chest. Okay. So first, trim some trees. And you die for good measure. So much birch, so little time. Now, what I need to do, I am going to temporarily, I don't know, put that right there. That seems like a good place. And I don't need you in my life. I came over here looking for something. What was I looking for? Can't remember. Oh, one thing I want to make sure and do. Oh, I know. I was going to get the horn. Yes. There it is, Horn of the Wild. Awesome. Oh, right. I forgot. I need to talk to Basky about this. Horn of the Wild does not work on anything in Biomes of Plenty. Also, I see poison ivy. 8 poison ivy. in real life and in virtual life. Grab that. I'm gonna have so much crap I need to empty. After this, that needs to go over here. What? I didn't kill that. Okay. Fine, I'll go sleep. Thanks for coming by, Vegetosi. Oh, that's a J, not an I. Whoops. Yeah, actually, I'm not a big fan of Poison Ivy from Batman either. I get the gimmick. I think it was better done in the some of the comics, but when it gets transferred to cartoons or to movies, most times they are too squeamish to do what that character would actually do, i.e. kill tons of people. So Poison Ivy kind of comes across as half done, kind of, you know, incomplete, so to speak. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. So I've never been quite so, you know, enthused about Poison Ivy when it comes to, like, you know, Batman the Animated Series. She was basically just a public menace. That was it. I mean, a public nuisance. That was it. Not really a menace or a threat. Just kind of flatten this out a little bit more. I ran out of dirt. There we go. Let's put this over here. I go by shape and swirls. The Arseg's talking about how I see the Poison Ivy better. The Poison Ivy from... Need those. Don't need those. The Poison Ivy from Biomes of Plenty. It's this kind of like three-pointed plant that also has potion effects coming off of it. And I usually spot it by the potion effects. Oh. This is interesting. My portal got turned off when I used the Horn of the Wild. That might be a bug. I don't know. We'll see. Mystic Brown. I need that. Actually, going to put that up there for the time being.
Can you tell what I'm getting into?
Do what?
It's like all the achievements flying past. Can you tell what I'm getting into?
Oh, making the AE2 stuff?
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
Computers.
Oh. Let's get another stack of dirt. Sometimes I can't see the Poison Ivy and I get all mad about it, says Arseg. This is why I like ATG Awesome Terrain Generation, all vanilla parts. Good point.
Unless you actually have Biomes of Plenty or whatever on, in which case you can have very much not just vanilla.
Yeah. There we go. Better. Okay. We are unfortunately having to do a bit of burst mana regeneration, but it'll work. I think it's a good thing. So what I figured was we could get a hopper hawk and put it next to this chest if we wanted to and just plant some trees. Now, another thing that I was looking at... Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and make the hopper hawk because it will be useful one way or another. Okay, air. I need one of those. One of those. And then... Okay. A light gray flower. A gray flower. Which both look very similar, but I guess that's to be expected. And that's what I need. Okay. Let's put that in there, that in there. 1, 2. I'm doing this again. Why am I doing this again? And I need a bucket. I got a bucket. Here we go. Hopper hawk. Dum-da-dum. Which means I can plonk this right there. That's taken care of. Okay. Yeah, I still have not sat down and hammered out all the updates on everything. So periodically you're going to see a green screen flash on the live stream. This version of stuff works and it's not locking up, and I just haven't had the spare time to test. See, I don't just update willy-nilly like some other people that might. I am more careful about when I update because it impacts everything I do. So if I'm going to update, like say, OBS, that is going to impact my recording and my live streaming. If I update my video drivers, it'll update being able to start some game. It might cause problems with or affect performance in some games, which might impact my ability to play those games or record those games. Every little thing is a cascade of possible problems. Updating audio drivers means suddenly my microphone might stop working, who knows what. So when I update something, I very meticulously go through, and I take a day to go through and do updates. And I just haven't had that day recently. So I'm still running an outdated version of OBS in my video drivers, but it's not locking up at least. So that's a thing. That's what that green flash is. Hey, Tropical Blizzard, what's going on? Let's see. Random Carpus will pick up nearby blocks in dropped item form and place them in the world nearby. That works for saplings?
Yes, it works for saplings, and I believe it should also work for seeds.
I'm gonna use it for saplings in this case.
I can definitely say it works for saplings because I have used it that way before.
Cool, cool. Okay, I need earth, redstone root, orange, yellow. Do I have a earth, redstone root, and orange? What? Where? Oh, there you are. And yellow. Okay, awesome. Only need one of those. First thing I have to do, though, put more water in the thingamabobber.
Oh my goodness, this has so many stages to craft anything.
What?
Open computers.
Yep.
I'm about 1/3 of the way through creating a tablet case, never mind any of the components.
Uh-huh. Welcome to one of the many reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of open computers. Okay, I'm going to try this first.
This is where if we had an AE crafting with plenty of capacity, I'd just be like, oh, I'll just teach this every single one so I can just pull up the components whenever and however.
Okay, so I need to get a different kind of a block, like Podzol is the example you gave, Morby.
Mm-hmm.
Podzol wouldn't be a good idea in this case, though.
Why?
Because it would turn to dirt underneath the farmland.
Actually, doesn't. Or at least it did not in 1.7, I should say.
Oh, it's true. It might not because it's not a solid block, is it? 'Cause it's like the one thing down. The farmland, that is.
Of course, it does beg the question. I need to go get some podzol.
Still, you can use whatever. I'd recommend maybe, I don't know, like painted clay, because we've got Brazilian clay. Just pick something like turquoise or whatever.
Well,
Something that
whatever other colour we haven't used.
Can I put that block down or that flower down on painted clay? Doesn't it have to be planted directly on it, or is it one below, just like all the target area?
One blow.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy then. Heck, let's get some clay. I'm still in the interface. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to. I have wireless. Yes, 5K clay blocks. Let's put those in the. Your sky stone is in here. It's all right though. Gonna smelt some clay up, and we'll do that. Tropical blizzard. I'm not really a lucky blocks kind of guy. I get the appeal, but I'm not really a lucky blocks kind of guy. Sorry. Basky's response was that you need to plant seeds with dispensers. Okay.
Yeah, Botania does have that feature. That's right.
Sneezing fit. Will saplings plant and grow on colored clay? No, it's going to be one block down. I knew, Morby said, that the target area that you want the actual Renin carpus to plant on has to have a block, one down below it, that's kind of like a target block, one below the dirt level. And I got that, but I thought the Renin carpus had to be planted directly on that same block. I didn't realize that it was just kind of a, you just make a layer, one below it, of whatever target block you want. Then I could, Cuts is right, I could use clay a hardened clay or whatever I wanted to. It's dark again. So, yes. Welcome back, Mr. Master Blaster.
New subscriber.
Tropical Blizzard subscribe. Thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Okay, so here is where I dig up a whole bunch. Let's get you. And there it is. I knew I had a shovel that Mr. Cuts made me. I'm gonna do dye slime. Dye slime. Let's boop, boop. So now we just put a layer of this stuff in here. I would like to see, ideally, if I could get, wow, that's not even close to right. The Renin carpus to replant the saplings that drop from the Munchdew. Actually, I'm going to make this a little awkward sized. Whatever, it'll work.
Do saplings still drop from a Munchdew? I thought that had changed.
Do I still have to what?
Do saplings still drop from a Munchdew?
I had some drop earlier, yeah.
Just now? Okay. I'm being derp then, never mind.
I think it's an extremely reduced drop rate. That's my theory.
Okay.
We'll see if that's right. I don't know if it is, but... I don't know. And I'm just gonna dot some of these things around. Whatever. And do I have my watering can with me? I think I put that thing up. Hello, Mr. Enderman. Fly be free. Haha. Okay. Yeah, Art Strutzenberg says, the Munchdew doesn't drop saplings. I had the Munchdew clearing out a group of trees right there, and as it was clearing out leaves, the logs were still there, so it was just not normal leaf decay. As it was clearing out leaves, I found at least 8 saplings on the ground. Why do I say that? Because all 8 of those saplings got from me going through and clearing out the wood after the Munchdew had eaten all the leaves. Those saplings came from somewhere. Where did they come from? You need to offset the height of the Munchdew unless Vasky changed things. What do you mean? What do I mean by offset the height? Functional. Nope, it's not functional. It's in generating. Yes. By using the Munchdew, any leaves near the flower will get munched up and converted into mana. This flower outputs a hefty amount of mana per tree eaten. However, after it finishes eating the leaves, when left without anything, it'll take a break from doing so and will only be able to eat again after a bit over a minute. Yeah, I was going through as I was cutting down the logs. Okay, a tree grew. It is eating the leaves. These are birch. They don't grow real tall. Now, that did not drop any saplings. I've always been told that it drops at a severely reduced rate. I'm just not sure if that is 100% accurate. I don't know what that rate is. But now would basically be a situation where I would do something like, I don't know. I'm not sure what the range is on a, what is the range on a hopper hawk?
Gets much longer if he has mana to consume. Starts pretty low.
What, the range on the hopper hawk?
Yeah. Like with no mana supply, it's like a relatively small number of blocks radius, but if it has mana nearby to consume, it gets much larger.
Whoop, he grabbed it. Okay, weird. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. Okay. Actually. Yep. Cool. So, this might be a situation where we're going to have to get the tree farm and run a parallel, just a Ender IO tree farm with one kind of tree. Or maybe I could do it with trees and wheat and mixed medium. I might get the tree farm over here, and I could put birch on one quadrant and then put stuff like wheat or the Gormarillus on another one. That could be a thing. Then we'd have tons of wheat that we could just get auto-crafted into toast sandwiches, which would be great. Hey, Dark Preacher, welcome back from putting furniture together. Dark Preacher got a couch and 2 new office furniture setups, like desks and stuff. And he's been putting those together all yesterday and today. A Manaseer Eye should show an overlay for the different flower ranges. Oh, really? Ooh. Let's see how hard one of them are. Nope. Let's do lexicon.
Looks like no matter what I do, I'm stuck with the tier 2 graphics card for this tablet. Can't do a tier 3.
Mana glass. Oh, that's not that bad. Hang on a sec. I'm going to go get some glass. Oh, you're putting open computer stuff where I was going to put automation sag mills.
Oh no, you can do. I just put that there because it needs to be on the power. It can go anywhere.
Gotta empty out some mana. There we go. We really need to consider, maybe, what was it? It was this, and then a whole bunch of those. Hey, there we go. Cool. Which means now I think... Oh, there we go. I don't know if I need to... Whoa! Okay. Wow, that's a pretty big range. And that is a pretty big range. Okay, wow, cool. Yeah. Tree grew. Gormarellis eats it. For right now, the Hopperhawk's probably going to grab it if... Yeah, no saplings dropped. So that is the conundrum I have. You, come here. I'm actually going to put you in here temporarily. That is still the right spell. So yeah, I was cleaning this. I put down a Munchdew and it cleared out all the leaves. I did have some saplings that dropped. I'm just not sure what the drop rate is on these things. Let's go over here. We should have stacks and stacks. Let's see, birch. 10 stacks of birch. Ooh, yeah. I'm curious what happens if I drop saplings. Are they going to get planted? If they're dropped in item form, they're supposed to get placed back into the world. Okay, something's wrong here. Let's go back to the Ranungarpus. On top of specific blocks, to specify this block, place it right below the soil the flower is resting on. Block items such as sugarcane will also work, but much like any other block, will only be placed in a location where they normally would be placed. Lastly, giving mana to the flower is optional, but increases the range. Okay. Well, first things first, let me go sleep again. You can blacklist the saplings with one in a picture frame attached to the chest near the Hopperhawk. Ooh. Okay. I put that there.
According to Mr. Trilby, your saplings came from the 2 or 3 trees you cut down with Sai. The last paragraph on the first page of the Munchdew says they don't drop saplings.
Wait a minute, who, what, where? Well, that's fine. We can still get saplings from otherwhere. I'm less concerned about if it drops it or not. That just means the Ranungarpus isn't useful. Well, not useful per se, but less directly useful. No saplings or any other items will be dropped from the leaves. That's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure I didn't get 8 saplings from the 2 trees that I cut down that actually had leaves around them.
How fast do the leaves get eaten? Some of them might be decaying naturally.
Don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the thing. I guess it depends upon where in the connection process. I need to keep that. I can put that back, put that back. I think I still have some here. Yep. I'm gonna put that back in there. We still have another source of saplings, so I'm less concerned about the saplings specifically. More concerned about overall functionality. Let's do an item frame. Any old item frame will do. Oh, wait a minute. We can't actually. Ooh, sticks. I'm just going to do those. We do leather. Over here. We do this. Yeah, where we get the saplings from is the least of my worries right now. I'm not worried about actually getting the process automated, where if we wanted to, we could maybe just toss some saplings at it and it'll replant them. Right now, let's do that and that. Which means in theory, I'm just going to spit out some saplings. Yeah, that didn't work.
Oh, sweet. I could put a solar panel on my tablet so it could recharge out in the field. Nice.
Can I do that? Okay, is the blacklist function in the book somewhere? Let me go look at the Hopperhawk entry. Hang on a sec. Functional. Hopperhawk. Placing item frames on any of the inventories will specify which items can or can't go in. The rule used to sort items can be any inventory which has no item frame adjacent to it. Can accept any items, but labeled inventories will take priority. Item frame is whitelist, not blacklist. Right click it with the wand. What? Pick up only items in the frames. Oh, only pick up items not in the frames. I have to change wand modes. That's what's going on. Okay, so in theory...
If a robot moves in a forest and no one is around to see it, does it really move? This upgrade makes sure it does. Chunk loader.
Okay.
It's cute.
Yeah, shift right click, but you have to actually change wand modes. If I'm in the binding mode that I standardly use for binding like hoppers to, mana spreaders to mana pools, that doesn't work. I have to right click in the air to change modes, adjust the flower, shift right click the flower, then change back. But my bigger concern is right now I'm sitting here watching some birch saplings just basically spin in midair and they're not getting planted. Do I have to actually whitelist the Ranuncarpus also?
710 was the last time I did this, but I did not have to do so at that point in time.
Yeah, let me see.
Okay, so hang on. What we got going here? There's no mana.
Do what?
Ooh, there's no mana for it to run from. Or is there a pool underneath?
Yeah, it says mana extends the range. Functional flora, Ranuncarpus. That is supposed to be planted on soil with another specialty block right below it, which inherently means it cannot have a mana pool below it. That's not a thing.
Well, I meant like within range around.
Lastly, giving mana to the flower is optional, but it increases the range. I.e., it doesn't need mana. I have an actual thing that I can look at right now that gives me a defined area.
Okay.
If it's got a range, that means it should pick up anywhere within that range.
Yeah, in both the area that you are picking up from and trying to plant to are within the range?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
It's all got clay under it by the looks of it.
Yeah, there's a whole layer of it. It's basically about 6 blocks by 7 blocks area with those flowers centered in the middle of it.
I don't know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if this is... I mean, I'm... Quite a handy flower indeed. The random carpus will pick up any nearby blocks and drop form. The thing that I keep sticking out in my head is blocks. Do saplings count as blocks, or are they items?
When they are in... They can be placed in the world, therefore they are blocks.
Okay.
When they are not planted, they are block items, but that's the kind of thing the Ranacarpus is looking for.
It, however, only places the blocks thrown at it on top of a specific block. To specify this block, place it right below the soil of the flower.
Have you linked the Ranacarpus with the target block? I don't know if you need to do that, but...
Hang on a second.
What?
Oh, we might not because of the level.
What's wrong? It's still sitting there, Cuts.
Yes. What?
It grabbed a block and placed it before the hopper hawk grabbed it.
It's
So
placing them, but only on the level... What?
Here's a fun idea. Hold on. I picked up the hopper hawk.
It's going to put wood there, isn't it?
So we can't plant with it because it's only putting it on that one square of dirt. I mean, of
Make it a
hard
floating
ground.
flower and put it where it is now. Make it a floating flower and it'll plant on grass. It'll put on all grass within its radius.
Yeah, basically, if I drop.
Ooh, I know. Rough dirt. Use rough dirt.
Rough dirt?
What's it called now these days? Coarse dirt, sorry.
What's coarse dirt?
Vanilla. It's gravel mixed with dirt. It's a variant of dirt that grass can't grow on. It would be perfect for this because it would sit underneath the block that the Ranacarpus is planted on, could be used to plant the trees on.
Okay. So first things first, get rid of that. Break that. We also need to break that. We're gonna make some real quick. It placed it on clay, so you want it on dirt. Yeah, the thing is that
Coarse dirt's full.
yeah, okay, here's my question. How much dirt do I have? No, I still need to go get dirt. If we just put it on a double layer of dirt, it will just try and plant.
The grass would grow over it.
That's true, though. Then it stops becoming a dirt block and it becomes a grass block. That's why we can't place it on dirt. Okay, and I see why we need coarse dirt. We're probably gonna need 2 stacks of it though, because we need to double layer it. Yeah, so there's
I don't
an
think you
answer.
need a double layer. You need one under the grass that the Ranacarpus is planted on, and then on the surface layer.
Well, we have 2. That's your reasoning, Mr. Malrat. Specifically, we don't want to do... Oh, God. Is this... Okay, so let's put this up. That's normal dirt. If we do normal dirt up here, this will eventually stop being a dirt block and start being a grass block, which is the problem. We get a state change we don't like, and eventually the entire thing would stop working. We can put this back down. Coarse
Test.
dirt.
It worked.
So, what we do?
And we won out.
Hang on. I have to change states with this.
I didn't know. Is it meant to be 3 out one side and the other, but only 2 out the other?
What?
It only extends like 2 out this way, but 3 out this way.
We can fix that. There we go. Copyright-free trap. I'm CF Trap, 16 years old. I upload no copyright trap music with videos. What? Interested, please watch it. Okay, good. That got removed. Gabbro says, I feel invisible sometimes. Trees won't plant on clay. Yeah, we figured that out. That's why we're swapping it, Gabbro. Hey, Taz, hey, what's going on? No, Gabbro, the thing is, we were told that you had to put the target block 1 layer down under the dirt, not actually the top layer. That's why we used hardened clay.
Yeah, we were misunderstanding exactly which block was used for the planting, but now we know, so we fixed it. And now
Yeah, that's the thing. So we weren't trying to plant on hardened clay. We're trying to plant on dirt. There's a zombie behind you, Cuts.
Oh, I've killed like 6.
So we are trying to plant saplings. I'm going to go sleep. This is dumb. There are zombies everywhere. Trying to plant saplings on. Fly, be free. Dirt. And we were less than clear on exactly how the targeting blocks work. Easy workaround would be to make a firewall of stone or whatever around the dirt, but same idea. Yeah, but I mean, this way, we don't have to. We just have a patch of dirt that never grows grass. So now, if I want to... Oh, actually, I need to make sure it gets... Oh, well, let's get a half stack. See what happens. Would you go away? Thank you. So now, this auto plants, which means basically all I need to do is come over here periodically, toss a half a stack of birch trees at it, birch saplings, from the legit tree farm over there. I just toss it at it. It plants them down. As soon as they grow, one by one, the Munchdew will actually eat the leaves. Now, the only thing that is non-premium about this is that the spacing of the actual things. But the only way we could do that is to alternate the actual spacing and give more space between the trees. Like, instead of having a solid square of coarse dirt, we could just do a checkerboard, let's say. And I might do that. That might make it better. But for right now, this at least is a working concept. The only thing that is throwing a big complication in things is the fact that the Munchdews don't drop saplings when they eat the leaves. So the other thing that would be better about this is if we had some way to automatically remove the wood, but we do not have something like that that will cooperate with the rest of this ecosystem. So yeah.
This is where I go on about warp lenses, but that's probably more complication than you want to get into.
Well, I mean, when you're talking about the lenses,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about top down, right?
Actually, if you go through, I'm trying to remember how I did it. I did it through force relays that I think wound up going bottom up.
If it's bottom up, does that mean the actual spreader is shooting through the dirt block?
No, it uses the things that can move. What are they called? You just said it a moment ago.
Bore warp. Actually, well, the warp was to move things there, but the compound lens could also be a phantom warp. It's been a while since I've done it, and I'm confusing myself now too. So.
Lenses. Lens, clip. Nope, that's for the mana blaster. I think. Can I? No. I see words that are different, like they're highlighted words in this book, but you cannot shift left click on them like you could in the Thaumcraft book, and it screws with my head constantly. Mana lenses, that's what I'm looking for. Basic lens does nothing. Internet connection got lost in the middle of something random. What did I miss? Block breaker lenses. And who's the new voice, says John Wary? She's not exactly new. She's actually been on the stream several times. Her name is Morby. She's a fellow Forge crafter.
I am a reclusive kitty, yes.
Tree grows in the background. Basically, this is what I've been trying to get working. What I might do is convert the coarse dirt and make it a larger area, but make it a checkerboard. So there's some spacing between the trees. Because right now, if we get a lot of trees growing at the same time, like this trunk, basically, right here, ate some of the leaves that other tree next to it had. So this is basically just me trying to learn some of the more advanced stuff from... Nope, you don't need to plant. Thank you. Some of the more advanced stuff from Botania. I've never gotten this far into a lot of these trees. Ooh, what, where? Mana lenses. Okay. Basic lens does nothing. A pulse mana spreader is recommended for some lenses. Okay. Sometimes, though, having a single mana lens in a spreader just isn't enough. Combine two with the slime ball, it's possible to unite them and keep the effects of both. Velocity runs will drastically increase the speed at which the mana burst travels. Potency lens will double the amount of mana and mana burst. Resistance increases the amount of time the mana can go without starting to lose mana. Efficiency. Messenger massively decreases the amount of mana or mana burst carries. Also drastically increases the speed. This can be very useful for interactions with blocks such as mana detectors during the wild, animated torches, and so on. What am I going to do with the birch wood? I'm less concerned about the wood, more concerned about the leaves and generating a lot of mana. I'm trying to make something that I can, like, okay, over here, I've got the Gormarillis, right? The Gormarillis. Hello, Mr. Enderman. What do you... Where are... Well, he went away. Whatever. The Gormarillas is something where I can put and I still want to do this, put a dropper on a timer. So I could put, let's say, some toast or some, stuffed eggplant or some nice filling food item, put it in the dropper, and I have a timer where the dropper is only doing one drop every, let's say, 10 or 15 seconds. It's not, absolute perfect timing, but it gives us enough of a space in between and we make sure we're not wasting anything. So that would be a steady trickle. I could walk over here, put some stuff into the actual dropper, and it would just automatically drop on a steady pulse. And this thing would eat and spill out all of the mana, eat and spill out all the mana. So that requires minimum maintenance constantly. I could do the same thing with these if I wanted to, trigger it to where it's dropping a piece of coal every X amount of seconds, and then just hit a button or flip a lever to turn it on, flip a lever to turn it off. I could do the same thing over here now, where we have a dropper on top of this actual chest facing in on this little stretch of dirt. And we have it spit out a single sapling every 10 or 15 seconds. And we could refill that from the tree farm we've got right over there. I have saplings coming out of my ear. That's not a problem. So I'm just trying to think of minimum constant effort mana sources. And this is one good one. We are steadily filling up this, and I'm having to do very little to actually interact with it if I don't want to. See, we still have some spots. I could spread that out and make a grid of those coarse dirt blocks, and I think it would work. So, does that make sense to everyone? Are they on the same wavelength that I'm thinking of? Right now, the next step would be if we could figure out a way to automate removing the wood, that would be even awesomer. But I have not gotten to that point yet. So yeah, there goes the Munchdew. I could probably put a couple of Munchdew covering the whole thing. Put it around the outside edges, one on each side. That might be a good idea. Because I've got so much of an area with this hopper hawk. It covers such a large area, and I'll show you. I just go look at it and see, it covers such a huge area that I could easily... Where is it? There it is. The box for it is in the center of the block, even though the flower isn't on the center of the block, which I think is goofy, but that's another argument. We cover such a huge area with this, I could move it back away, like right here, and it would still cover this whole thing. If I keep it where it is, though, I can stretch this space out, and I can do a grid pattern and make it nice and give the trees more room to grow. Because right now, there's a whole bunch of crowding. If I wanted to, I could do an automation. Maybe use, I don't know, RF control or something else that gets the wood and then cycles it to a furnace right here and then turns it into charcoal, and you could auto refill the furnace using just a couple of lengths of item conduit from Ender.io. We could turn this whole thing into a charcoal farm and mana farm for the actual Munchdew. And I think that would be cool. I'm going to go sleep because it's night and it's raining. I have not added any, let's see. John Wary asks, how's the grid power generation going? Have you added any new green gens like wind or solar? I haven't. At some point, maybe on a Thursday stream, I'm going to set up some auto crafting for the parts for the water generators. And I'm going to make a big 9x9 full of water gens and just generate a whole ton of grid power. Because then what I can do is put a whole bunch of upgrades in the lava generators we've got, and those upgrades will speed that up and generate even more power even faster. That's the goal, kind of. And, whoops. Yeah, see, right now we're getting some saplings falling out, but they're not from the Munchdew. These are leaves that got disconnected from the trees and they're decaying. I'm just gonna toss those in. They'll get auto-planted. It's a nice system. I like it. It's very cool. And see, we already have 2 3/4 stacks of birchwood. Now, this is not generating record amounts of mana, but it is steady. Could use fire to get rid of the wood. That's true. I think the fire would burn the saplings, though. Thank. Here goes Munchdew. I wish Sai had an equivalent of, you know how Sai has the swords and the armor that you can put spells into? I wish you could get a block. Maybe it does. I don't know. Let's check. But I wish you could get a block like it was a mechanical user block, you know, like Extra Utilities has them. They've existed in other mods and previous versions of Minecraft, where you could get that block and aim it at something, right next to another block. But instead of using a tool, it ran a spell from Sai. I think that would be neat. That would be very neat.
Could you take one of the living doll things from Botania and just give it the caster?
It doesn't have an energy bar.
Could it?
Have an energy bar? If you can teach one of
if
those
it would
things,
work with a fake player.
if you could teach one of those things to go through the lessons, then I'll go ahead and give it my caster. But right now, I doubt that would work. I think that's something Vazky would have planned against specifically.
I don't think it was necessarily planned against, but I asked about it quite a while ago, and I was told that it's outside the scope of the mod.
Yeah, because it doesn't have an energy bar. I don't think there's an energy bar for that doll to check against.
I meant automation of it in general.
Yeah, because
Is outside the scope.
Yeah, because that thing doesn't have an energy bar to actually tap into when the spell runs. That's my point.
Yeah, but not specifically that. I meant automation in general. What I was actually asking about at the time is a block that could run a spell using, like, Psydust as fuel.
That's what my thought was. You could actually get the, get Psydust and put it in there, or ingots or whatever, any of the Psy resources, and stick it in there as a kind of a fuel and let it run. And you would get X number of spell executions, or X number of energy from the meter in the thing. You know, kind of like how thermal expansion machines had the energy meter, the battery on the side of it, but you could also stick redstone in there to charge it up. Like, do that, but with Psi energy and Psi dust, and have that block run spells. That way you would be depleting a battery, just like I deplete a battery, but when I use Psi spells, but my battery auto refills. Because auto organic, yada yada, I don't know what. Let's throw those down there. But I mean, I thought it'd be a neat idea. Da, 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 da. Yeah, passing thought. I know you can void blocks, maybe Black Whitelist does with a short... Hey, Atomic Blonde, what's going on, man? Yeah, stream is in the last 15 minutes. So... Yeah, and I'm just spitballing, you know? I do not proclaim to be... Can I see the range of the flower from here? Yeah. Oh, there we go. I get the wand out. Okay. But you can see this Hopper Hawk covers a huge area. And that's without mana. Even with mana, it's probably even better if you look at the...
We are one string short.
Of what?
8 for the thing I wanted to build. That's some over here. Going. I need to build an interweb.
Why?
For network.
Okay. I'm going to go put some of this stuff up. Hey, Molly. Welcome to the end of the live stream. Yeah, I do not purport to be a professional Minecrafter. A lot of stuff in this in these mods that I don't know about, I've never messed with. Totally new territory for me, whatever reason. But going based on what I know, with this setup, I could throw out onto this little patch of dirt. I throw some saplings out there. They get planted. And I wait for them to grow. And Munchdew does its thing and slowly generates mana. As it's generating mana, I can be doing other things. I do not have to constantly maintain it, which is the whole point. So I can do the same thing with the Gormarillus. If I wanted to have a dropper on a timer, I could put, let's say, 10 toast sandwiches in there or 10 stuffed eggplant in there, and it will just trickle feed, drop, 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 and that gives bursts of automatic mana that I don't have to constantly turn, throw a new one, turn, throw a new one. I could do the same thing with the endo flames. Put a certain amount of whatever, and like we could get the wood from this and just put a little setup right here that automatically turned everything into charcoal. Make it an auto-feeding loop. And that would be really, really easy. And so the whole point of this is not, maximum automation. It'd be nice to automate everything to within an inch of its life, but I don't see easy ways of doing that with the knowledge I have right now. There might be ways of doing that within.
Okay, I can't craft this.
Botania, what?
It won't let me craft it.
What are you trying to craft?
Link cards. In here, this one.
A linked card. So you need an interweb, 2 network cards, 2 tier 3 microchips, 2 ender eyes, and it makes a pair that are linked. A dumb question. We tried making it in a normal crafting table.
Not yet, no. But everything else, it might be that. We'll have to see.
I'm guessing. If that doesn't work, I have no clue. But see, this is still going. This is generating and filling up this pool. Now, if I wanted to, I could get another spreader and link it up to that central one. And this would be automatically feeding the whole system. That'd be a really good thing.
Oh. Well, it worked in this. Interesting. I wonder if it's because of the way the recipe works. Because it has to create a linked channel for them.
Not sure. Let's get one of those. Let's get one.
Either way, I'm glad that worked because it's the linchpin of this system I've been planning.
Oh, so it would have been awkward if it didn't.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, what I'm doing right now is I'm building a tablet, and that tablet is going to have one of the link cards in. The link cards allow communication regardless of dimension and distance, as long as it's on the server, obviously. The idea would be that I'd have a computer in the house with a, transposer, which is an item management thing, which will be attached to the system, hopefully be able to see into the refined storage thing. I don't know if it will or not. We'll have to see. Or some other box that I could do stuff with. And the tablet can communicate with the computer, so I can put things into the tablet saying like, take all of my Skystone or whatever, and it'll pull it out from the player chest and put it into the system.
Okay. My wand is stuck on the hopper hog. This is interesting. Bind mode? Yeah, I can't bind. Maybe it's... Okay, there we go. Weird. Okay, cool. No dire wire. What do you mean dire wire? I don't have any wires here. Cuts as a time traveler. Yeah, so they lied. Al Gore didn't create the internet. It's a series of tubes. Actually, no, it's a small piece of webbing. So yeah. Okay. So this is basically one of these things where I'm trying to build a setup where I don't have to constantly babysit mana sources. And with this, I don't. This Munchdew will constantly be passively filling this up. Now, I will say, it's got pretty bad mana generation rates. I'm guessing it has probably been adjusted by Vazki. At present, we have 6 thermal lilies around a source of lava, and even those have pretty mediocre, all 6 of them have pretty mediocre mana generation rates, which I think is kind of, this is not the Botania that I started off with back in 1.7.10, needless to say.
Oof, complexity 18 out of 20. That was close.
Does that mean you stuck the landing? So, so far the best mana generation I've seen so far from all the stuff I've made, the Munchdew, the Endoflames, the Thermal Lilies, all the stuff I've made so far, the thing that's given the best mana generation has been the Gormarillus. It gives astonishingly good mana generation, based upon what food you throw at it. So, yes. Okay, so are you about ready to unveil what have you been working on this whole time, Mr. Cutts, or are you still working? You're just making.
I've only, after all this time, I have got to the point where I'm just about to put together the tablet.
Okay, so what is your task? What are you trying to do?
I am trying to make a system which will allow remote item in and out from your inventory, and I'll be extending it to work with you too. You'll have your own one eventually, I hope. The idea being that you have a tablet and you'll be able to type in, like, you know, take all stone or whatever, and it'll pull it out and put it into the house system, so you don't have to do stuff.
That sounds awesome. With a log from the birch farm, feed into the Endoflames. No, I'm going to feed it through a
Missing
furnace.
model.
Missing model?
Check this.
Oh, hey, that's nice.
Yeah, this is the keyboard.
Really? The keyboard works and... Oh, gosh. Anyway,
It'll take a while to build.
Yeah. No, I'm going to get the birch logs and cycle them probably through a furnace and turn them into charcoal. That will go to the Endoflames. I'm probably going to move the Endoflames closer to where the Munchdew farm is. That way I don't have to move the charcoal as far. So, yeah. The electronics assembler thing looks really neat.
Yeah, it did have the stuff. You put the base case in for one of the things. It's for building the robots and drones and stuff, but in this case I'm just building a tablet for the remote part.
Right. Very cool. Yeah, Steve Lum, I don't know if it's been adjusted, but I mean, big chunks of the mana generation from the flowers as they are now are not even close to how they were when I last messed with Botania in 1.7.10. Now, granted, last time I messed with Botania in 1.7.10, it was just after the big decay feature got put in, and passive power generation or passive mana gen from stuff like hydrangeas and dayblooms was basically horrible. So people keep telling me that hydrangeas aren't worth it anymore. Even if you can get overgrowth seeds, they just don't generate, they barely generate any mana. You have to make tons of them, and that ends up lagging the server out. If that's the case, I'm trying to find a more premium automatable or semi-automatable source that I can get a steady influx of mana from, even while I'm offline. So, that is the goal right now. Da-da, 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 da-da.
It's meant to have a Lua EP ROM in there. Why is it? So I right click and straight off, unrecoverable error, no bootable medium found.
Yep. Open Computers is a computer mod for people that thought that ComputerCraft is way too simple and way too underpriced. You have to know that going into it. That's one of the reasons why I honestly prefer ComputerCraft, because Open Computers is too complex for its own good, in my opinion.
Thing is, ComputerCraft does not have an item manipulation thing for the computers, nor does it have infinite distance communication for things like this, so...
It's got the tablet. You can't link the tablet up to a turtle?
I didn't want to use a turtle for it
No.
because their item management's a bit.
But Direwolf 20 never has a problem with it.
And he used it for what large sorting system?
Yeah, good point.
Great for things that only have to do a handful of different types of item, but the moment you hit something like that, it's just what?
I'm just saying, Open Computers is crafted it has been designed from the perspective of it. No, that's not complex enough, and just keep repeating that to yourself over and over again. Hey, Aridani, chat window seems to have changed. You are very, very late. And yes, the chat for YouTube gaming YouTube live streaming got updated. Thankfully, you missed the period where the moderator tools were broken. Those are fixed again. It's very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I think this is gonna be a good stopping point for us. Specifically, I don't want to start something up in Botania with just a few minutes left on the clock. Also, absolutely no coincidence, totally unrelated. I'm hungry. Yeah. So, Mr. Kutz, you gonna keep working on your weird Open Computers project for next stream?
I will be then, yeah, certainly.
Cool. I'm going to take a break from Botania on Thursday because I do feel like I'm hitting my head against the wall to a certain extent. And we'll do something else. I don't know if we're going to start getting into some of the AE2 stuff or, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But there's lots left still to do. Maybe we'll do auto crafting and set up a really big array of watermills way down in the basement, and that way I can have them like 416 or whatever it was power grid, and I don't have to worry about having just barely enough space to do this or that. Because right now I have one spare point in my power grid when I'm using my flight ring. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you folks later. Have a great day. Tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, chilling game. We're probably going to be doing Warframe again, just because I'm addicted to it. Also, I would like to give Ferg a chance to see if he could actually join in and have some fun with us. So, yeah. We're going to do some Space Robot Ninja Simulator 2016. I'll catch you folks later. Have a great day.
Oh, I think I just...
Huh? What'd you say, Cuts?
I think I might have just crashed.
Did you hard crash? Where are you?
Yeah, crash.
Oh. Wait. Whoop. Let's all watch Cuts disappear from the world.
You may find that there's the terminal's on the floor.
You have not vanished yet. I'm not picking anything up. And you're gone. No, there's nothing left here. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's...
there was a tablet. Yeah, okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I picked up.
Because if that got eaten.
Nope. I'm just gonna put it in storage for one of these two work tables. So, okay.
I tried to rename it in an anvil.
Oh, that was probably a horrible idea. Okay. I'll catch you folks later. See you tomorrow. 8 p.m. live stream. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.